Is the CEO at the Jackson Interfaith Shelter, Steve Castle. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
49 years.
49 years, yep. So this past November we celebrated 49 years, so next year is our big 50th, and we're starting to put some things in the work.
Begs the question, so what are we doing for the 50th?
So we're actually going to be doing a big dinner in November. So Homelessness Awareness Month is also the month that we started, which was November of 1974. So we're going to be doing a big dinner downtown just to celebrate the history, talk about the future. We actually just met with Ellis Sharp Museum yesterday to talk about having a display in their museum next year. They're going to be having an exhibit about a lot of the history of Jackson, so they're going to have a section that's just for Interfaith Shelter, which we're really excited about and we're thankful. So yeah, just a lot of people have been served for a lot of years, and we're excited to share the story of some of the lives that have been touched.
I was at Lights of Love last night, and Emily mentioned all the trees that were decorated in the lobby are going someplace, and I think you know something about that.
Yeah, we are. So this Friday, I believe Georgia Fatasic, who used to oversee the hospital for a lot of years, she donated one of the trees, and it's been really cool. She's been kind of texting, just kind of asking what would be meaningful for the people staying at the shelter as they decorate the tree and put words of encouragement on the ornaments. And so this Friday they're going to be dropping off the tree that we'll put in our resource room where people kind of hang out in the evenings when we have our classes. And so it's just going to be a nice touch that's going to be meaningful for people. So
And you guys have been decorating now, haven't you?
Yeah, a day or two ago we kind of started the process, and some of the clients there helped. And so in the auditorium area, put up one of the trees. I think they didn't notice the bottom part of the tree, so they didn't put that on, and so we kind of left it a little bit shorter. Didn't want them to feel bad that they
I've done that
they
before.
forgot that part, but it also makes it less bushy at the bottom, so that's good.
More room for presents.
Yeah, we try to do those little touches, just stuff that we kind of anticipate and appreciate in our own homes. And if you're in a really tough spot, sleeping next to 75 other people in a place you probably don't want to be, those little touches can mean all the more, especially this time of year, and Christmas brings a lot of good memories, but a lot of times for some people it's a really hard time of life too. So anything we can do with the singles and also the kids that are there just to make it a really meaningful experience, we want to do.
Yeah, we saw your new floor. The place looks great. Done a lot of improvements in the past couple of years.
We've got the place just about wrapped up. We got a new roof on this past year. We got the new industrial laundry machines hooked up yesterday. They just need to insert the things that make the detergent automatically go in, so that's the last piece of that.
And this was a big part of your Giving Tuesday campaign as well.
It was, so we really appreciate it. Over 50 people gave gifts of all sizes, small and big, and so yeah, we used to just have the small kind of home-size laundry machines, so they're breaking all the time. When we got 76 beds, so even just thinking of turning over the linens, the blankets, the sheets, plus everybody's personal laundry. So now on the other wing, we have 4 washers, 4 dryers of individual size, so for people doing their individual laundry, and then those large machines can be kind of the larger scale, whether a big family comes in or all our linens, and just it's going to be a good quality of life thing, both for those staying at the shelter and the staff having machines that actually work.
Right?
Yep.
Amazing.
Guys pulling socks out of that hole.
No, was that? Was that Matt Grimes in that hole? Who was that? I didn't see that.
I believe that was Grimes that came and did that part.
Very cool.
And then Hometown Heating and Cooling did a lot of the HVAC and all the different things for that.
2 great companies here in town.
They've been good to us.
Yeah, for sure.
What are some of the Christmas things that are happening this month with your residents?
So last night, the local firefighters each year actually take all the families with kids staying at the shelter shopping, and then they basically let them buy what they want, and so they can fill up kind of a full tote. And so anything they can keep in their room, we let them do that. Anything that's just way too big, we keep a separate tote upstairs for when they transition out of the shelter. So just last night, the families went and did that, and there's actually 22 kids staying at the shelter right now. And so it was really neat, and just some of the parents, as they were getting ready to hop in the van to go, they were just delighted and excited.
What a
and
cool
it
experience.
really meant a lot to them.
You have so many great community partners. Talk a little bit about this time of year and how you really get to see that firsthand with your job.
Yeah, I think naturally when it's Christmas time, and also it's getting cold. I think when you're in a northern state, it's one thing for homelessness. In the south where it's consistent temperatures. Here, you don't think about it much when it's 75, 80 degrees, and then it starts getting cold, and then that's also time of Christmas. So I think it really connects with people's hearts to know, how can I give, how can I provide. And so it's neat seeing people coming out of the woodwork just to not only individuals but businesses, and then parents with their kids wanting to maybe have exposure to serving. And so it's something that we really want to make available to a lot of people, because whether they continue serving with us or it's just a catalyst to just change their mindset for service, even if they serve other places, we want to create that opportunity.
You had a event at the Michigan Theater teaming up with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yep. So some of our folks went down to that. And we actually have an ongoing partnership, so I think it's every other week Big Brothers Big Sisters actually comes into the shelter and does mentoring with kids, and
Nice.
they kind of evolve their program a little bit for us because it's a transient audience where we're at, but they've found some mentors that work with the kids there at the shelter and connect with the family, so they've been great partners as well.
What's the best way that our community can help or impact you if they want to help out between now and Christmas?
Yeah, so I mean, general donations obviously are always fantastic to put towards any need. We have an Amazon wish list, and so we put things, everything from copy paper to really expensive can openers, because we do about 70,000 meals a year. I mean, so we need those types of things. So whether somebody can donate $10 in buying an item or much more, we want all those options. So even parents with their kids, if a kid wants to give and they have $5, there's probably something on there that they could actually order directly off of Amazon that could come to us. And then there's a lot of volunteer opportunities. I believe there's still a few spaces for our adopt a client thing. So Christmas Eve morning, everybody gets up, we do a nice breakfast, and Jackson Free Methodist Church comes and they tell the Christmas story, and then everybody gets presents at the shelter. And so we have where people can adopt single man, single woman, or a child of whatever age, and there's options of kind of what gifts to get. And so if anybody's interested in that, there's at interfaithshelter.com. It talks about how to adopt people staying at the shelter during Christmas.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You also help with transportation. You've got a partnership.
Yeah, Jada and
Blue Ox,
right?
yeah. I think his name's Blue, right?
I
The
think
ox
so.
came.
Yeah, it's
Blue.
Yeah, and I-
Blue.
and I noticed-
It's not Bluey because that would be trademark.
Look at his core. Look at that, the
Oxy.
abs on that ox.
He's eating good, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's been great. They've helped us with bus tickets with JADA, and transportation's a huge need for a lot of people, whether it's getting to work or getting to the Secretary of State to get identification and things figured out. And so that's a huge partnership. That's a blessing through Blue Ox, but also a lot of individuals. They'll just go buy bus tickets and donate large boxes
Sure.
that'll help us get through the next couple of months
That's
for bus
great.
tickets. And so that's another great way that people can donate if they'd like to.
If people have like a Christmas party, they bought too much food. What's the protocol to
Bring your food to us, especially if it's a catered meal and it comes quickly, it's
Okay.
something we can use. So we love it when caterers have leftovers from a wedding or anything else. We've got walk-in cooler and freezer, and so if we get it and we can't even use it right away, we can properly store it and freeze it and use it again. So our cooks are fantastic and mix and matching and making sure that it tastes good and looks good and people are cared for.
Great. Steve, to you and your staff and all your residents, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve.
Steve Castle, the CEO of the Jackson Interfaith Shelter. The morning show continues after these messages.